So, Jesus comes and confirms the truth of the Torah, the Old Testament law, the 5 books of Moses, and in his gospel is guidance and light. So this sounds great. This sounds as if, well, we can really have a chance for common ground. It goes on a little bit later in chapter 5, verse 65. It says, had the people of the book, which is the Quran's term for primarily Jews and Christians. There are other groups that are people of the book, but the main people of the book are Jews and Christians. And the people of the book, if they had only believed and feared Allah, then we would surely have effaced from them their evil deeds and caused them to enter the gardens of bliss. Had the people of the book observed the Torah and the gospel and all that had been revealed to them from their Lord, sustenance would have been showered over them from above and would have risen from beneath their feet. So all that the people of the book have to do, you see, is obey the scriptures, their own scriptures, the Torah and the gospel, and they'll be fine. This is what the Quran says. Now, then we start getting into some anomalies. We're told here that the people of the book have to obey the Torah and the gospel. And this is amplified in chapter 10, verses 94 and 95, where Muhammad himself, the prophet of Islam, is directed to consult the people of the book if he himself is having any doubts. He's receiving these revelations, you see, through the angel Gabriel of what is supposed to be the perfect and eternal message from Allah, given to him piece by piece. And Allah tells Muhammad in 1094, if you are in doubt concerning what we have revealed to you, then ask those who have read the book before you. It is the truth that has come to you from your Lord, so never become one of those who doubt. He's saying, ask the people of the book if you doubt what you're being told here. So Muhammad is being sent to the Jews and Christians to verify the truth of his message. This is where the troubles begin. Because the Quran also says in chapter 5, verse 17, unbelievers are those who say that Allah is the Messiah, the Son of Mary. That is, if you believe in the divinity of Christ, you're an unbeliever. Which means essentially that every Christian who holds to standard Christian orthodoxy is an unbeliever, according to the Quran. And this is repeated again in verse 72 of the same chapter, 572. In 573, it goes on to deny the Trinity altogether, outright, and says, those who said Allah is one of three, certainly they disbelieved. There is no God save the one Allah. And if they do not give up this claim, all who have disbelieved among them shall be subjected to painful chastisement. In 5116, Jesus appears before Allah, and Allah asks him, Jesus, son of Mary, did you say to people, take me and my mother for gods besides Allah? This is the Quran's idea of the Trinity, Allah, Jesus, and Mary. And did you tell them to do this? And Jesus says, glory to you. It was not for me to say what I had no right to say. He didn't have anything to do with it. It came from somewhere else. But where did it come from? Now we start to have a problem here, that if the Christians have to obey the gospel and they'll be on the right path, and if Muhammad himself is sent to the Christians to verify the truth of what he's hearing, then how is it that at the same time we're told that Jesus is not God the Son, that it is an offense to his transcendent majesty to have a son, that there's no Trinity, and there's even more as well as that, and that he was not crucified. In chapter 4, verse 157, it says, they did not kill or crucify him, but it appeared so to them, which in Islamic tradition in the Hadiths is amplified to mean that somebody was made to look like Jesus, and he died on the cross, but it wasn't Jesus. And of course, if Jesus did not die on the cross, then he's not the Savior, and there's no redemption. And so, how is it that these things can coexist? You see the problem. And the Christians are charged in verse 14. We took a covenant from those who said, we are Christians. But they forgot a good portion of the teaching they had been imparted. Wherefore, we aroused enmity and hatred between them until the day of resurrection. And ultimately, Allah will tell them about what they used to do.